theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Wolverines offense will have the ball first. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
And that's what's so fun about rivalries. You get bragging rights, and especially in the same state, so much disdain for each other. It's so awesome. The fans go bananas, and Michigan State's definitely got something to prove.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's complete on the right side. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finds some fresh air. Past the first down marker and still running. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets open down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
They'll give it to Johnson. Spins away from the defender. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. The Spartans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions.
Loose ball squirting all over the place, and it went out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a safety.
And these quarterbacks, they know they're playmakers, and they can make big plays, and so that you see more dancing nowadays. And he's dancing. He's got his dancing shoes on. He's going backwards and moving around, but at some point, we got to know to pull the trigger, throw the football away, not keep floating all the way back to the end zone, getting tackled, giving up the safety.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Trying to get the corner. And some room to work. Makes his man miss. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. To the ground with the back. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now they'll run the draw. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. He wants to throw it again. He's moving out of the pocket. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback.
Touchdown, Michigan! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So here comes the Michigan offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Suggs.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Makes the grab. It's Malone. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Bring in the heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. South Carolina is ruling the roost right now. What an offensive showcase today. They can't be stopped. They're up by 21 over Notre Dame. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Got the quick completion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you keep using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Spartans send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Wolverines! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. The give on the option. Jukes his way for more. Oh, he's still got more! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie.
There he goes. Hard-hitting tackle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it. Breaks into the open. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Spartans are rolling down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it first and 10. Trying play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Wolverines have it with a first and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Stepping to the right. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw it. Might be looking to run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Timeout, Michigan State.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He'll start this drive firing. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. I know you want to take what the defense gives you, but at this point you have to push the ball downfield a little more, David.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Check the football down. That's what they're going to give you, but we need scores. Down multiple scores. Got to push the ball down the field. Take more chances.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Right down the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because
oh, he's got some space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now through the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
As has been the